Hey there, it's Midwest Keto Mom, or Suzanne as everybody calls me. So there's actually my dog Jack in the background today too. It's kind of a stormy, overcast day, so he's wanting to stay inside a little bit. I had put him out a little bit, not his thing today, so you'll see him in the background. He may be barking a little bit, so it's all good. So today I'm actually going to review some cookbooks. I have a obsession, I guess you could say, with cookbooks. I have collected cookbooks forever. It's just something most people don't know about me. I love cookbooks. I love reading through the pictures. I like trying new recipes. I especially like cookbooks that come with meal plans and things like that, just to help me get some ideas. It's hard coming up. Don't like feeding the kids the same thing every day. I don't like eating the same thing every day. So over the years, I've collected up all these cookbooks and things. So I thought I'd share my favorites with you today and some of my not so favorites, just to give you an idea of where some of my ideas might come from, or where meal planning ideas might come from, or where you might get that same information. So we're going to start out with my favorite cookbook author. Her name is Leanne Ely. If you're familiar at all with internet and cleaning, meal planning kind of stuff, she works in conjunction with the Fly Lady. The Fly Lady is a lady, she's been around for years, oh my goodness. It's actually how I kind of got my house in order and how I got where I could maintain a decent life and still work full-time and be a single mom, running my super active kids around everywhere. I started using the Fly Lady cleaning plans. Look her up on the internet. It's really interesting stuff. Like, I especially use her 15 minutes a room kind of thing, so that way you keep your house clean all the time. You never have to worry about people dropping over. It's kind of nice. So through her website, I actually found this person called Leanne Ely. Leanne Ely is my favorite cookbook author. She does wonderful, super easy recipes. At the end of her recipes, she gives meal planning suggestions. Say if she tells you to cook a pork steak, that's a Midwest kind of thing, a pork steak in Missouri. She'll tell you what to have with the pork steak, what to have, and in her meal plan, she actually lists what to buy so you got your entire meal. So it's not just your main course, it's your meal. Love her recipe. Pretty much everything about the Leanne Ely recipe books. My very first favorite right now, because I am switching over to the keto lifestyle, just for my own health. It's Saving Dinner the Low Carb Way. Highly recommend this book. Again, her books, they don't have pictures or anything. It's kind of a plain book. She's got great stories in her books, though, and great ideas and little tidbits on just some little information on cooking and things. Hers are broken down by season. So she's got a spring, summer, winter, fall. And then after that, it's also then broken down by week. So you're not eating the same thing every day, every season. She kind of breaks stuff up. It makes it really nice, really easy to feed your family. Super easy to feed your family. My kids have grown up eating recipes from her books. Highly recommend any of her stuff. None of it's super spicy, none of it's super mild. It's really easy recipes to follow. So Saving Dinner the Low Carb Way. Her recipes in this book are actually keto adaptable. This book does contain the low carb and not the keto, but it's pretty easy to adapt a recipe from low carb to keto if you just kind of watch what you're doing. Some of her recipes, she's got Chinese beef with broccoli. You could just take out the cornstarch. It won't be as thick. Your sauce won't be, because you need the cornstarch to make it thick, but it's still delicious. And at the end of her recipe, she actually has a low carb serving suggestion and then just a regular serving suggestion. So for her low carb, you would serve on a bed of baked spaghetti squash and a green salad on the side, and it would be brown rice for the rest of the family. So I would make rice anyway because my daughter loves rice. She pretty much lives on it. So I'd make the rice as well. She's got sausage and peppers, and her recipes the ingredients are not, it's not a huge list of esoteric ingredients that you would never use again. It's pretty easy to follow ingredients. At the end of this book, she's also got some things like how to make a basic coleslaw. It's a recipe on how to make vinaigrette, how to make a caprese salad. That's the pretty salad you get in restaurants that's got the layers of tomatoes. And then it's got a little bit thicker layer of mozzarella cheese. And then it's got basil on it. Fabulous. If you ever get a chance to make it at home, wait till tomatoes are in season before you make that recipe, because otherwise it tastes kind of yucky. Definitely make that recipe whenever tomatoes are in season. But one of my very favorite authors, cookbook authors, you'll see her coming up a couple different times because she does have several different cookbooks. So the next one that I use, and I just pick recipes out of here. It's the Every Girl's Guide to Cooking. And it's Maria, and I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, Menounos, Menounos. She actually has a Greek background, so her recipes are Greek. It gets a little something different for us to try. In the back of this particular cookbook, she has meal plans as well as what to buy, like shopping lists to take to the grocery store, and what to keep in your pantry and things like that, so you can make her recipes for the whole week. You can see I got this book. Actually, it's one of the few I paid full price for because I really wanted to try some of the Greek recipes. That's not something in my background. We generally cook Southern, so that's how I was raised to cook. So with her Greek recipes, it gave me something a little bit different. She's got a really good beet salad. It's not sweet. The beet salad isn't not keto friendly, but also not sweet. But it could be keto friendly, just don't eat so much. I think it's got, she doesn't have the carbs and things like that listed, the nutrition at the end of her recipes. But some of her recipes are absolutely fabulous. She's got a tomato and spinach soup, which is wonderful. And the pictures are just luscious in her book. Here's one of, let's find a good one. Roasted sweet potato fries with maple hummus dipping sauce. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Not keto friendly. I'm not going to be making it, but I have made it in the past and it is yummy. But her pictures are fabulous. She's got beautiful stories about her family. That part's just worth it, getting to read the stories and the tips and things like that. She's got a whole section in here on how to cook with 10 ingredients, recipes with 10 ingredients. Lovely. She's got dog recipes to make dog biscuits for your dog. So this is actually a pretty good one. If you can find this, you can see most of my books are very well thumbed through. But if you can find this book somewhere, highly recommend it. Here's another Leanne Ely cookbook. This is one I got. I think I got it at Five and Below, or I got it off the clearance rack somewhere for, I got it somewhere off the clearance rack for $1. Just because I like this particular author. This book is not keto friendly at all. I'll be honest with you. It's really hard to adapt most of these recipes to the keto lifestyle. But it's got, this book, it taught me how to cut up a chicken. I was raised, not my mom cut up the chicken and then we'd cook the chicken. So I never learned how to do that kind of thing. I buy a bag of frozen chicken breasts and we're good to go. But I needed to, so you can see Jack's helping me out. Hello, Jack. Jack's coming to see what I'm doing. Hello. So, he's a Chiweenie, by the way. The best dog in the whole world. Truly, truly the best dog. He's a mix between a Dachshund and a Chihuahua. And his mom, he takes after his mom. So his mom is the calmest, sweetest dog in the whole world. And he came from a good friend's family. So, good dog. And he's here to talk about recipe books with me. So, anything you can get your hands on by this particular author, Leanne Ely, highly recommend. I'm going to skip this one. This one came with my crock pot that you plug in, those fancy ones that cooks the power thing, cooks all of your stuff very quickly. There's a really good recipe in here on how to make chicken wings. So if your family likes buffalo wings, use this recipe. Really easy, really good. I'm not used to talking this much all at once. My favorite recipe book is another Leanne Ely. I go on and on about her. But her recipe books do not have pictures in them, which is totally fine. But it does have grocery lists, exactly what you need, what spices and everything you need to make your recipes. You can see the pages are coming out of this one. Pardon me, I lost this particular cookbook, left it at the grocery store, and my parents bought me a new one. I was so heartbroken. I have the Dash Diet for Dummies. Don't recommend. There's hardly any recipes in it. You can see I've spread it in the bathtub. I think I may have dropped it in the tub over the years. Not a great recipe book. Hardly any recipes in it. It's mostly some guy lecturing at you. Saving Dinner the Vegetarian Way. Another Leanne Ely. My daughter toys with the idea of becoming a vegetarian. So we got this book to kind of learn some recipes, a few recipes. She just doesn't like the texture of meat, which is fine. That'll change. Oh, he's decided to have a look out the window. The recipes in here are not generally keto friendly. The back of this book, though, the back part of it has some recipes for different salads. Wonderful recipes for salads, stuff that can be made keto friendly. And she's got her cookbooks, as you're going through, will have tips on things, what to make so you can have lunch the next day, or what you need to cook ahead so you've got dinner for the next night, make a whole lot easier for you. Love this book, totally. So next is an Oprah cookbook. Who doesn't like Oprah? I mean, truly. And this book is beautiful. It's got beautiful pictures. Pardon me. The recipes are not something that I can usually recreate. This is a Weight Watchers cookbook. My kids got it for me at 5 and below. That's pretty much the go-to gift in our household. Either that or Estee Lauder makeup. Either of those are go-to. But the pictures and the stories in any kind of Oprah cookbook are fabulous. It's just kind of a gossipy read for me. Love it just for that fact. I'm not able to really recreate. I'm not the greatest cook. I'm a basic cook. Can't really recreate the recipes from here. I probably could if I put a little effort into it, but I'm not usually ready to do that. So the kids and I use, every so often I'll get the wild hair that it'll be easier to use Green Chef, or one of those boxes where once a week they deliver food to your house and it all comes pre-portioned, pre-packaged. It's got all the ingredients and everything in it. Excuse me, oh my goodness, where did that come from? Too much coffee. It's regular coffee, it's not buttered coffee, by the way. So the recipes are beautiful. I keep the recipe cards. I mean, you can see that is gorgeous. My idea, I want to put these in a 3-ring binder just to have to refer back to. You can adapt some of these. My son really likes pear ricotta flatbread. That's probably his favorite meal in the whole world. I don't know. The recipes, I think Green Chef is those services are kind of on the expensive side. For a budget-minded family, definitely when we were doing this one, we were not keto friendly, but you probably could adapt the recipes to keto. And the cards are just so beautiful. On the back of the cards, it's got how to cut things up, what you should be doing at different times when you're cooking. I like that part about it, but it's kind of an expensive service. So the next thing I have is, I'm a sucker for the when you're out by the cash register and you're checking out at the grocery store, they have those recipe books. They have Star Magazine, all the crazy stuff. I bought this one called, it's a Better Homes and Gardens Fast and Fresh, Quick, Simple, Healthy Meals. You can see it's pretty old. I've saved it all these years. It's gotten wet. It's gotten stuff on it. The recipes in here, it's got the prettiest salads and the prettiest pictures. Absolutely love this, and it's doable stuff. There's no meal plans or anything, but that's not a problem. That's just a hobby of mine, the meal planning. But isn't that a beautiful picture? Oh my goodness. That's on glossy, thick paper. It's just a very nice thing to have to refer back to. And then I have Lickety Split Diabetic Meals. This is by Zanya Foco. If you're watching PBS, occasionally you'll see her on PBS. She cooks for diabetics. It says it's endorsed by the American Diabetics Association. So her book, actually, at the end of her book comes a grocery list. Let's find it. And it tells, if you buy everything on her grocery list, it's super expensive, like way out of my price range. When I was single, I did it one time before I had the kids. This was back in the 90s. At that point, I spent over $200 on groceries for one person for a week. Way too expensive way to stock my pantry. But I wanted to try it. You know, I'm all about trying new recipes and things. So this one, I do like her grocery list on the back. Her recipes are definitely not keto friendly. Oh my goodness, not at all. But she's got different tidbits in there, healthy tidbits. She talks about the plate method of eating. We'll talk about that later. One of my friends at work actually got me kind of looking into the My Plate way of eating, and I'll show you some cool stuff about that on a later video. Most of my friends and stuff know that this is my hobby kind of thing. But the keto lifestyle is something new for me. Oh, nothing was outside, huh, Jack? So, the lickety split diabetic meals, her meals are super easy to cook, not keto friendly, but if you're not doing the keto thing, highly suggest getting this cookbook. It comes in a binder kind of thing. So, instead of setting her book up like this on the counter, you can set it up like this. And some of her recipes, let's find a good page, like here. Her recipes are also divided out. It'll say, okay, put this in the oven, now go take a walk for 15 minutes. When you get back, supper will be done. That part's kind of cool about her stuff. I really like that part about it. She gives you suggestions. Go take a walk, like I said, while your recipe is cooking in the oven. So, pardon me. Highly recommend this cookbook if you're not doing keto. And last but not least, I have 2 keto cookbooks, specifically geared towards the keto lifestyle. One is called Bacon and Butter, the Ultimate Ketogenic Diet Cookbook. You can see I've used it quite a bit, or at least I've looked at it quite a bit. It doesn't have pictures, it's not a real glossy kind of cookbook. Not something, if you just want something to read, I wouldn't pick up this one. Pardon me. I wouldn't pick up that one. It's got recipes that I honestly never used this cookbook ever. It just doesn't interest me. I tried it. I got it for free, so I can't complain. I went on Amazon. If you paid for shipping was like $3.99, $4.99. They would send you this free cookbook. I completely forgot I ordered it, and about 6 months later it showed up. So, not my favorite. But if you want to try it, it says it's got 150 ketogenic recipes. So, it's okay. Not my favorite thing. Not my favorite book. Most of the stuff is pretty simple. I mean, who doesn't know how to make a vanilla shake? Who doesn't know how to make buttered coffee? Once you're on the keto for a while, you know how to make buttered coffee. Would not recommend buying this book. Maybe getting it for free someplace. I don't know. Not my thing. My latest cookbook. I'm so excited. This week, I just got it on Tuesday. I barely even had time to open it and look through it. Look at the pictures in this cookbook. Oh my goodness. I mean, every recipe has a picture, which to someone like me means a lot. It shows me how the recipe is supposed to look when I get done. It's not glossy, but it's a nice heavy material. The recipes are not something I would normally have made without looking at the cookbook. I might have mumbled through and made something similar, but I would not have made the recipes in this cookbook. It is by a couple called Mega Barreau and Matt Gedke. They run the Keto Connect YouTube site. They have all sorts of Keto Connect products and things like that. Cute little couple to watch. That's how I got back into the keto thing. Watching them and another guy called Dr. Berg. Highly recommend buying this one. I haven't made anything from this particular book. It was kind of on the expensive side. I think I got it off Amazon for about 25 bucks. But, I mean, they've even got how to make meatballs, which I've kind of missed. How to make grits. I mean, really. I cook Southern. Who doesn't make grits? How to make an omelet for 2. I mean, that's something that I would normally make. My son and I would split an omelet. But, I know how to make an omelet. But it's just some different things in here. Loaded chicken salad. They have a 7-week, I got this one. It's a fat-adapted 50-day guide. It's a 7-week plan on how to start the keto lifestyle. I have tried, because on their YouTube channel, they offer different kinds of recipes and things. Probably my favorite thing that they make mug cakes. So say you're at home watching TV, you need a little something sweet at night. You can go on their YouTube channel and it's got different mug cake recipes. Tons of them. I never even heard of a mug cake before. But since then I've bought coconut flour and almond flour so I can make whatever mug cake I want to make at that time. So very good recipes on their channel. But that's all I have for today. We'll be making some of the recipes a little bit later, and I'll just talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.